Assalamualaikum. This week we're going to study about Mark Rothko, another artist. He has some relation to our study from last week on color study. So let's look at who is Mark Rothko. He's an artist born in Russia in September 25th, 1903, and he passed on February 25, 1970. In 1930, Rothko and his family migrated to United States, and in 1925, he began to study at Parsons School of Design under the painter Arshil Gorky. So just like any other artist, he was heavily influenced by other people. He took ideas, he took styles from other artists in America and also in Europe, right? He was heavily influenced by Surrealism. So let's look at his early works. Alright, this is titled Slow Swirl at the Edge of the Sea. Okay, so there's nothing very distinct here, as in like you can't see any person, you can't see any animals, but it's done in very simplistic style, or how do I say, abstract, right? Real is you can see what realism is a drawing of what you see every day, while abstract is a simplified version of the real thing. Right here you can see some sort of like a bird. These are probably two persons swirling at the edge of the sea. This could be a sea with the lines of waves. Alright, so this is very abstract and very simplistic portrayal of a story probably. Right, you can see shapes, lines, colors, textures. Right, this is called Archaic Idol, done in 1945. Same like what you see previously. There's no distinct shape to suggest any story going on here. Right, this could be an object, this could be an object, this could be a person, because it's talking about idol. Right, we don't know, but we can see a lot of lines, shapes, and colors. Right, when you can't identify a painting, when you have to interpret something, it's called an abstract work. Alright, now his work started to slowly change into simpler composition. Alright, you can see simple things here like a rectangle and a circle, and some paintings just done without symbolizing anything, and then another section here, another section here. Right, again you don't see anything distinct here. When you look at it, you have to interpret it on your own. So this is known as abstract. Realism is a drawing of something you see in real life, while abstract is something that has been simplified. Right, this painting is titled Untitled, done in 1945 to 1946. Alright, now after 1946, he started to experiment with simpler composition. Composition means how he arranged the subject, and he uses colors, shapes, and texture. Right, he has, to understand his work, you have to understand the color wheel, the primary colors, secondary colors, and tertiary colors. And also, you have to understand the saturation or intensity, right? A saturation or intensity is a high saturation or high intensity color is when the color is bright. A low saturation or low intensity color when the color is dull. Alright, so in his work you can see that he uses dull colors for the background and a high intensity color for the foreground. Alright, so after 1946, his paintings look more like this. This is a huge size painting, probably the size of a wall. Alright, titled number 3 or number 13, done in 1949. And you can see the colors he used. This is secondary color, purple, secondary color, secondary color, secondary color, and white with lines of yellow, right? So these two are dull colors, right? Well, this is a high intensity color, the purple, the green, even the orange. But on top of the orange, the green stand out because it's high in intensity. This painting is titled number 10, done in 1950. Alright, for the background, he uses blue. And for the foreground, he uses light blue and yellow. The highest intensity color over here is yellow and then goes to light blue. Alright, if you see over here, he repeated the color light blue because he wants to balance the painting. Alright, even this painting has purple and bluish gray because he wanted to balance the painting. This is number 37 or number 19, also known as slate blue and brown on plum. Right, slate blue, brown on plum color background. Right, this is a low intensity color. This is also a low intensity color, but this is a high intensity color. Right, this was done in 1958. The reason the background is in low intensity is for the foreground to stand out. Alright, this is another untitled done in 1968. You see all three colors. This is the background color, foreground and foreground. All three colors are done in are using high intensity color or warm color. Alright, but the foreground is still standing out because this is the highest intensity of color. Right, it's even stronger, or it's even stronger than the background. Then this is the second high intensity and this is the third. And lastly, this is done in 1969 until 1970, another untitled painting. This is very plain, right? You see this is almost black and this is gray. Alright, so he plays with the two low intensity colors, but this is even lower, so this one stands out more. Okay, so now we have learned about Mark Rothko and how he applies colors onto his painting.